Across the United Kingdom, November 22nd marks a series of events that influenced politics, culture, innovation, and national history. Now, welcome to On This Day. Let's take a quick look at what happened today in UK history. On this day in 1688, forces supporting William of Orange gained momentum across England. The movement would soon lead to the end of King James II's reign and reshape British constitutional history. On this day in 1752, the UK continued implementing reforms tied to the adoption of the Gregorian calendar. This change aligned Britain's system with the rest of Western Europe after centuries of difference. On this day in 1807, Parliament discussed new naval expansion measures during the Napoleonic Wars. These decisions helped strengthen Britain's maritime dominance. On this day in 1850, London officials introduced new public health guidelines following major outbreaks in previous decades. These steps contributed to modern sanitation reforms. On this day in 1910, preparations for Britain's Antarctic expeditions gained momentum. These explorations expanded scientific understanding of the polar regions. On this day in 1928, the BBC expanded its programming services as radio ownership grew rapidly across the nation. This marked a turning point in British mass communication. On this day in 1944, British officials began outlining early plans for post-war reconstruction. These efforts shaped the rebuilding of cities and industries after World War II. On this day in 1963, Britain reacted with shock to the assassination of U.S. President John F. Kennedy. Flags were lowered, and Parliament held moments of tribute. On this day in 1990, the UK continued to react to the resignation of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. Political debate intensified as candidates prepared to succeed her. On this day in 2004, MPs introduced proposals aimed at reshaping public service and administrative practices. These reforms became part of long-term governance discussions. These events shaped the United Kingdom on this day. If you'd like to discover what happened in history every day, feel free to like and subscribe.